Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio October 20th, 2024. Building strong bonds is important to you today, and it feels good to contribute. You're finding that expressing yourself more authentically is most satisfying. You might experience a burst of physical or enterprising energy today. You have the drive to make your vision a reality. Still, as the day advances, you can feel conflicted about whether to take a risk and move out of your comfort zone or stick with who and what you know. This dilemma is something you'd be wise to straighten out, as doing so can boost your clarity and confidence. While it's not easy to predict your feelings today, the detours you take from your schedule can ultimately be rewarding and possibly even energizing. Keep in mind that this awkwardness will blow over. If you can focus, you can cover a lot of ground. Prepare for a dazzling few weeks ahead. Venus, our goddess planet of attraction, romance, and beauty, is now shimmering within Sagittarius until November 11, 2024. Prepare for your relationships and love life to become more adventurous, carefree, and lighthearted. Being courageous and spontaneous in love will be the energetic flow of the COSM. Now. So regardless of where you stand in your personal life, it's time to let down your hair and have a bit of fun. Philosophical conversations, spontaneous trips, and exotic experiences will be the MO. Let yourself live in the moment without a care in the world. Have an open mind about where your journey may lead, Cancer. The gears will turn when the Moon in Taurus opposes Mercury in Scorpio and sextiles Saturn retrograde in Pisces. You might have an idea of what you want to do. However, you might be afraid to go after a dream, passion project, or hobby in your work life. Release your inhibitions. You can pursue a more creative and fulfilling pathway in your professional journey. Allow yourself the chance to explore what that might be to see if it is a pathway worth committing to. The planetary alignment today makes you feel ever ready to take on the next phase of your personal development. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever development you are focused on right now, today's aspect will help you take the lead. Yoga is a practice that combines all of those areas into one, and when practiced on a daily basis, yoga can help you make the most of this transit. You have about 10 days left, so don't miss out. Prepare yourself with water intake before you practice. Some wonderful vibrations are coming up in the days ahead. In your sentimental life, the news is good, but don't be precipitous because questions of the heart don't like to be rushed. So just let time do its tender work. In your professional life, events will be hectic, and you will tend to be destabilized. Take action and stop relying on old ways of yesteryear. The world is changing, and you have to following along without frantically hanging on to values of the past. In this way, you will be able to profit a maximum from the excellent vibrations around you at the moment. Suddenly, the reminders about work and life balance from yesterday's full moon become clearer as the equilibrium between work and leisure emerges as more crucial than ever. Just before the moon exits your career sector and concludes yesterday's full moon, Venus enters your work domain to initiate the first significant activity on the job front since early this year. However, even as your professional life gains momentum, Venus leaves behind determined forces to maintain the playful, creative, and adventurous aspects of life's journey. Venus, the planet of love, might leave your romantic sector today, but she leaves both the spirit of romance and adventure in safe hands. Having spent her final days at a friendly aspect to dreamy Neptune in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart, and with Mercury staying on in your romantic sector ahead of the Sun's return next week, she has many willing hands to pass the torch to. Our eyes in the sky. Today's astrological energy offers a wonderful opportunity to navigate emotionally intense conversations with grace, wisdom, and understanding. As the moon in grounded Taurus opposes Mercury in deep, transformative Scorpio, you might find yourself drawn into a conversation that feels heavier than usual, one that could reveal hidden emotions, long-held secrets, or stir up feelings of power dynamics. These conversations can feel a little intimidating, like stepping into uncharted emotional territory. But don't worry. This is actually a beautiful chance for growth, healing, and deeper connection, as long as you approach the situation with an open heart and a calm mind. We've all been in those situations where emotions run high and it's so easy to let frustration take over. Maybe you found yourself in a heated conversation where, before you know it, words slipped out that you didn't really mean, and later you're left thinking, why did I say that? It's something we've all experienced, especially when the conversation involves sensitive topics or unspoken feelings. But today's energy offers you a chance to change that dynamic. Instead of reacting impulsively or letting someone's words trigger you, take a moment to breathe and find common ground. This is the perfect time to really listen, to see things from the other person's perspective, and to approach the situation with empathy. When we choose to respond with empathy and understanding, rather than irritation or defensiveness, something truly powerful happens. Not only do we diffuse the tension, but we also create a space for deeper connection and mutual respect. Conversations that might have otherwise turned into disagreements or power struggles can transform into meaningful exchanges that foster growth. Think of it this way: when we lead with kindness and patience, even in the face of challenging conversations, we send out a ripple of harmony that positively impacts everyone involved. Have you ever noticed how much more smoothly things go when you approach a situation with a calm, open heart? This is your reminder that you have the power to turn potentially difficult conversations into opportunities for clarity, understanding, and even healing. Whether you're having a deep conversation with a loved one, a tricky discussion with a colleague, or even engaging in some much-needed self-reflection, because, let's be real, sometimes the toughest conversations are the ones we have with ourselves. Today's cosmic energy is here to support you. Take a deep breath, ground yourself in the present moment, and approach these discussions with the intention of finding understanding rather than being right. You'll find that your relationships, whether personal or professional, will benefit immensely from this thoughtful, compassionate approach. On a more practical note, today's alignment is also a great time to tackle any lingering financial matters. Is there something you've been avoiding when it comes to your finances? Maybe there's a bill that's been sitting on your desk for a little too long, or perhaps you've been meaning to revisit your budget or rethink your savings plan. With Venus moving into optimistic Sagittarius, today's energy supports wrapping up these loose ends with confidence and clarity. It's the perfect day to organize your financial world and set yourself up for success in the months to come. And don't worry if you're not a financial expert, this isn't about making drastic changes overnight. It's about taking small, thoughtful steps towards securing your FUT. Even something as simple as reviewing your spending habits, setting aside a little extra for savings, or getting ahead on a bill can give you a sense of empowerment and peace of mind. Have you been feeling a little overwhelmed by financial tasks lately? Now is the perfect time to tackle them head-on, with the support of today's grounding energy.